I was, in fact, not back.
Of the North Star Promise to jobs that are in the actual workforce needs. It supports students that are pursuing.
Jessica Sander. Welcome to the committee. Please state your name for the record and begin your testimony.
Chair and members of the committee, my name is Jessica Rose Sander, and I am a freshman history major at the University of Minnesota. I'm the youngest of 9 children raised in White Bear Lake in a house full of noise, love, and sacrifice. I'm the first person in my family to go to college, an expectation that was communicated to me early in my life when I demonstrated academic potential. My mom was especially steadfast in her belief that I should pursue a higher education. For her, it was a non-negotiable. My mom was diagnosed with cancer when I was 6. My dad worked hard to support us, but one income had to stretch far, especially with mounting medical bills. My parents did their best to protect me from financial stress until I started applying to college. As I reviewed tuition costs, each one more daunting than the last, I felt my dream slipping away. Then one day, my dad handed me a mailer about the North Star Promise. I think you'd qualify. We applied, I got it, and it was as if a weight was lifted off of my shoulders. I could go to college. I could pursue my passion. I could fulfill my mom's dream for me. The North Star Promise isn't about picking the right major or the perfect school. It's about giving low-income students a shot at higher education without the crushing weight of debt dictating our future. HF 2634 threatens that. It narrows our choices and forces students into specific high-demand fields without giving them the guidance or flexibility we need to make informed decisions. We're not just numbers in a workforce education. We are students, dreamers, and future leaders. This program was created to make college more affordable, not to dictate what we should study. Please oppose HF 2634 and protect the promise Minnesota made to its students. Thank you. It is real gross out here. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I have my AirPods in. Oh, I picked the wrong shoes. These shoes have no grip. Anyway, I grew up on One Direction. And I'm back in that era. I know I said that already at some point. I don't care. Also grew up on Victorious. And I was just like 20 feet away from Liz Gillies for an hour, which is insane to process. I have a poster in my jacket because I'm not playing games. Also, I testified finally at the Capitol for the North Star Promise. This time though, it was for the House. The Senate hearing is on Thursday. I don't know if I can make it. I hope I can because I like that speech more. But I was on the news. It's crazy. Yeah, look at this. Welcome back. We're back. We're back and ready. Good Lord.
And the North Star Promise, which would shrink if the GOP can pass their bills. Our Court Hoggard is at the Capitol with what these cost-cutting ideas could mean for Minnesota families.
Yeah, it really depends on how wealthy your family is. One of the bills would actually take away free school lunches from people who are from richer families. The others would limit which low-income students get to go to college for free.
As I reviewed tuition costs, each one more daunting than the last, I away. Then when my dad handed me a mailer about the North Star Promise. I think you'd qualify.
The North Star.
Oh, you can't even see it. There's a tear like running into my nostril. This video is taking such a turn. I was not expecting any of this. First of all, I testified to the Higher Education Committee of the Minnesota House of Representatives today because Republicans are trying to change the North Star Promise and make it so much more complicated than it needs to be. It is perfectly fine the way it is. Whatever, it doesn't matter. That's not what this video is about. My dad posted about it. You guys, these comments. I can't. My uncle commented and said she speaks very well, which, like, thank you because holy shit. I can't. You guys. This is also part of the reason I'm crying is because I like really miss my mom. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like a big moment happens, you miss her, you know what I mean? If you're a part of the Dead Moms Club, you know, or Dead Dads Club, you know exactly what I mean. But then my dad commented back and said, yes, she does. No signs of nervousness or anything. She's a natural. My heart was racing. Like, my Apple Watch was like, hey, do you need to track this workout? Because I was so nervous. I felt like I was going to cry right before I went up. And then oh my God, she's going places. She will do great things in this world. My other uncle, oh my God, I can't. Awesome job. She's making huge changes in the world. She carried herself so strong. Oh my God, I can't. Listening to One Direction, of course. She said, never in your wildest dreams. And we danced all night to the best song ever. Oh my God, I seriously, like, what the fuck? To the best song ever. And you're going, oh, oh, oh. Took it with, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rose. And then my brother posted, proud of you. I was in a Fox News. You guys, don't come for me, okay? It's Fox News. The second I said it, I was like, oh shit. But this is insane. A full, like, article. As I reviewed tuition costs, each one more daunting than last, I felt my dream slipping away. University of Minnesota freshman Jessica Rosander told Fox 9. Then one day, my dad handed me a mailer about the North Star Promise. I think you'd qualify. It gets better, you guys. I was on the actual news. I don't think anyone posted the video yet. I have to post the video. I'm gonna pass out. And then my sister shared the post and said, Peen, that's my nickname, okay, was on the news. She testified in front of the House Committee today at the State Capitol. She's kind of a big deal. EU, which is I love you. That's what Becky does. She's a freak. I'm so proud of you. I could cry. I just was. Guys, what the fuck? Also, today was like such a long day that I'm like, I want to throw up. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh my god, I have to get to see Liz Gillies. And I was like, I kind of don't want to go. I'm so glad I went. She's so funny. It was a great time. I'll be back. I'm recording on my iPad. My phone died. Welcome back. It is Wednesday, April 2nd. Yesterday I went to curl my lashes before the Capitol and it's broken. It's missing that rubber piece. So actually it's not broken. It just won't curl them. And I'm sure they give you one. So I'm gonna look for it. I doubt I'm gonna find it. But I will keep you updated. I also am out of setting spray.
We have one more testifier, Ms. Jessica Sander.
I don't think I'm supposed to go. I think I have to stay here.
You do have to say that.
Thanks.
Welcome. Please introduce yourself for the record and you may begin.
Chair Fateh and members of the Senate Higher Education Committee. My name is Jessica Rose Sander, and I am a freshman history major at the University of Minnesota. I grew up in White Bear Lake, the youngest of 9 children. I often joke that it was like growing up in the Home Alone family. Lots of people, lots of noise, and lots of love. I am the first person in my family to go to college. Early on, I knew that my mom expected a lot from me. She instilled a work ethic in me that drives me to this day. I was expected to get good grades, do my homework, and try my best. I get my love of history from my dad. Every summer, we would take a family vacation, and he would always make sure that there was a history lesson included. We went to Philadelphia, New York, and Washington, D.C., and traced the steps of the Founding Fathers through early American history. The love of history drew me towards public service, where I hope to spend my career. I've always found my people in volunteerism and activism, whether making blankets at a homeless shelter or knocking on doors. But I've learned that state policy reaches far more than a single shelter or toy drive ever could, and I've personally benefited from many of those policies. This is why I want to run for office, to fight for policies that will help as many people as possible. We were raised in a home where we had to make do with what we had. My mom was diagnosed with cancer when I was 6. So most of my life, we were a single-income household. One income had to stretch far in a large family, particularly a family managing a challenging diagnosis. My parents protected me from financial stress until they no longer could when I started applying to college. As I looked at the tuition rates at school after school, I was worried that I ultimately could not afford to go. If I wasn't able to fulfill my mom's hopes and dreams for me and the dreams I have for myself, I would have been crushed. I was desperate to find a way to make it happen. One day when I came home, my dad had received a mailer about the North Star Promise and said, "I think you would qualify for this." We applied, and I got it. It was as if a ton of bricks had fell off of my shoulders. It's hard to put into the words the relief I felt to be able to go to school and pursue my education. North Star Promise is one of the most important pieces of legislation Minnesota has passed in recent history. It opens so many opportunities for people like me who want to make a positive impact in their communities but don't have the resources to do it on their own. When our communities thrive, our state thrives. When our states thrive, our country thrives. Because of the North Star Promise, I decided to study in-state because it was what I could afford. But I realize now the added benefit of staying in the state that I love and continuing to fight for its future alongside my own. I urge you to oppose any changes to the North Star Promise program. This will unnecessarily complicate the program and thus have a negative impact on participation. Tragically, my mom died of cancer in 2022, but I've been able to follow through on her dream and goals. I've cemented her legacy, and I was only able to do this because of the North Star Promise. When thinking of this legislation, please keep in mind the 17,000 students across our state who can say the same thing. North Star Promise isn't about picking the right major or the perfect school. It's about giving low-income students a shot at higher education without the crushing weight of debt dictating our futures. This amendment threatens that. It narrows our choices and forces students into specific high-demand fields without giving them the guidance or flexibility we need to make informed decisions. We're not just numbers in a workforce equation. We are students, dreamers, and future leaders. This program was created to make college more affordable, not to dictate what we should study. I urge you to protect the North Star Promise as it is. Thank you for your time and your continued support of this life-changing program.
Thanks. Thanks, Joe. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
It is a beautiful day to be alive. It was so gross out earlier, now it's beautiful. I don't know where my dad is.
They're not a huge change necessarily to the students who would be.
Aren't you right after him?
Chair Fateh and members of the Senate Higher Education Committee, my name is Jessica Rose, the youngest of 9 children.
Oh, there you go.
I often joke that it was like growing up in the Home Alone family.
Was it?
Lots of people. I was expected to get good grades, do my homework, and try my best. I get my love of history from my dad. Every summer, we would take a family vacation, and he would always make sure that there was a history lesson included. We went to Philadelphia, New York, and Washington, D.C., and traced the steps of the Founding Fathers through early American history.
People are trying to merge and they're going 35 on the freeway. Like, what are you people
You getting pictures of our convoy?
Dave, he's asking about how was our moving going, and
Once you're on 100, but then don't take the exit for 394. It'll take you to
Pretend like you're going to Jenny's, like I remember.
Oh.
Doesn't she?
We moved a lot of stuff today. Obviously I didn't vlog it because how am I gonna do that and move it? Also, my siblings are toddlers.
what you got there?
Good. I was gonna say good morning. It is not morning, baby. It's 2 p.m. You know, I usually hate Sundays. Look at my baby. Look at how beautiful he is. He doesn't even fit up here. He's too fat. But I love him. And our other little baby. Oh, he left. Where is he? Frank is the prettiest cat we've ever owned. It's really nice out today. It was cloudy. It was cloudy and cold yesterday. Also, someone brought these in for me. These were my guinea pigs' houses. And I miss them dearly. But we need to grab them because we're moving, as we all know. And I'm glad someone went out there because I really didn't want to. I don't know how well you can hear me. I also finally finished journaling. Mrs. O'Brien got this journal for me. This is how far it is written in. I drew my stages of grief out. I also found this dime heads up, so I put it in there. Now you're gonna read what I wrote. There's some things that I was thinking that I did not write in here, but that's okay. I think I want some eggs. I don't know if we have any. We do. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I think I'm going back to school tomorrow morning. Which means I have to get up early as fuck. It's okay. I have to get up early anyway, so I guess it's not the end of the world. He loves me, I swear. Okay, I guess you're gonna cook with me again. The last time we cooked together was I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was like my adulting for a week video when I was home alone for a week. And actually I wasn't home alone, my siblings still lived here, so I lied to you. Sorry. Sherry's sister's renovating our house. Do you see this? Wait till I show you the upstairs, which actually I probably won't in this video because that's a whole different series. Favorite pan in the world. I will literally buy this from my dad. But it's not great for eggs because they get really stuck in there, so. I also lost my tripod. I had a tripod. I lost it. No idea where it is. So we're doing great things over here.
But it also could be because that's the first fantasy series I've ever read.
Okay, this stresses me out. I love over easy eggs, but I can never do them correctly. Let's just toss both hands. Toss your fingers on both hands. That's what I meant. That's what my mother raised me to do. She said that doing one is bad luck. You have to do both. That's so bad. I always yell at my family for not closing this. We actually have a butter tray. I'm assuming they packed it. That's why it's in this. But our cat, like, he loves butter. Like, he will climb on the counter and lick the butter. So you have to close it. Okay, egg is done. I'm gonna make a grilled cheese as well. Do you guys use one thing of cheese or do you use two? Because my dad uses two and I think it's too cheesy. So, let a girl know. He's purring. You can't hear him, but he is purring. Do you guys see this right now?
Go to your own room. They've been out here for 5 minutes, bro. Actually, probably more than that.